Title: My girlfriend secretly mocked me online, I found out, confronted her, and left. Then her friends tried to date me. I gave them madness. I, 29M, was with my girlfriend Taylor, 27F, for a year and a half. We lived together, shared a turtle, and from the outside, we probably looked like a couple with a great relationship. I thought we were. I thought I was building something. Like a Lego set, but not one of the new ones that reuses an old design and makes it worse. More like the classic designs that were actually worth the money. I work as a creative producer for a travel media company. It's a dream job. I get to travel the world, tell stories, and capture moments that matter. In the past year alone, I've filmed in Iceland, Morocco, Chile, and Japan. I've hiked volcanoes, interviewed Tibetan monks, and even spoke at a global storytelling summit in Ruseville. And I always tried to include her. She came with me to Iceland, where we soaked in geothermal pools under the northern lights. In Morocco, we rode camels through the Sahara and fought the sun. In Tokyo, we had her favorite childhood meal at a tiny 6-seat omakase spot, where the chef sang to us. That one was kinda cringe, not gonna lie. He kept watching us eat and smiling. I planned every detail to make it special for her, and the entire time she must have hated me, which is crazy because, let's be real, she's like a 6 and I'm at least a 9. Back home, I was just as intentional. I cooked, cleaned, walked our turtle every morning so she could sleep in. It was a screaming reaver, so you had to take it on walks in the middle of the night. I planned surprise date nights, like the time I recreated her favorite childhood meal and set up a movie projector in our backyard. Or the hot air balloon ride I booked for her birthday because she once mentioned it was on her bucket list. Taylor told me she felt lucky. She told me she'd never been treated this well. She told me she loved me. Then I found her second Instagram account. She left her laptop open while showering, and a notification popped up from an account I didn't recognize. I clicked it, thinking it was spam. It wasn't. Normally, I wouldn't have looked into it or snooped, but the shard of glass in my arm told me I should check it out. For context, I got into a bar fight on one of my trips, and a tiny piece of glass got lodged in my forearm. I notice my arm twitches when there's something I'm missing, and it has helped me land jobs or opportunities, so I take it seriously now. Anyways, the second Instagram was a private vent account. Hundreds of posts, mostly about me. And they were cruel. One post had a photo of our anniversary dinner, her favorite childhood meal, candlelit, rooftop, overlooking the city. The caption, celebrating another year of settling. He never makes my favorite childhood meal. Yay me. Another was a selfie of her in our bed, with me asleep next to her. The caption, he's snoring again? I swear I'm going to suffocate in this beige life. She posted a screenshot of a sweet message I sent her from Tokyo, me saying I missed her and couldn't wait to be home. Her caption, he's like a golden retriever with a passport. Cute, but exhausting. Also, I don't like dogs because I'm evil. There was even a meme she reposted that said, when you're stuck with someone who treats you well but gives you the ick, she added, me. Every damn day. I felt sick. But it got worse. I found her group chat with 2 of her closest friends. I wasn't snooping at first, but after seeing those posts, I needed to know if this was just venting or something deeper. What I found was devastating. Taylor told her friends, he's always off doing something exciting, but it's not exciting to me. It's just him trying to feel important. I feel like I'm dating a travel vlogger with a savior complex. I wish he would get rid of his cup of madness. I keep almost using it. Another message. I swear, if I don't find someone better by the end of the year, I'm going to fake a breakup and say I need to find myself. He'll probably cry and beg for me back, and also he's not attractive. And this one really broke me. Sometimes I fantasize about cheating just to feel something again. Not because I want to hurt him, but because I want to remember what it's like to be wanted by someone I actually want back. Her friends didn't push back. Amanda replied, girl, you need a man who makes you feel alive. Not one who folds your laundry and takes you on luxurious trips to Peru. Nicole just replied, yucky, I touched something sticky, be right back. Brittany said, dump him, dump him, dump him. I fold her laundry because I love her. I take her on trips because I want to share the beauty I see. I thought that's what being a good partner meant. Then she confronted me. Taylor came into the living room one night, arms crossed, and said, "We need to talk." She told me she's been feeling unfulfilled and emotionally disconnected, that I've been coasting in the relationship and she needs me to try harder, or she's going to leave. I asked, "Is this about your Vent account?" She froze, tried to deny it, then admitted it was just a way to blow off steam. Said I wasn't supposed to see it, that I was taking it too seriously. I told her I'd seen the group chat too, the messages about cheating, about faking a breakup, about me being beige. She didn't deny it. She just said, I was venting. You don't understand how hard it is to be with someone who's always chasing something. That's when something in me snapped, but not in an angry way. In a cool, badass way, like I'm suddenly understanding what those Tibetan monks meant. In a clear way, like fog lifting. I said, "You know what? You can leave. You don't need to threaten it. You don't need to dangle it like a punishment. You're free to go. Because I've already put more into this relationship than you ever have." She looked stunned, like she didn't expect me to call her bluff. I continued, "I planned dates. I brought you into my world. I made space for you in my life, in my home, in my heart. I've been loyal, kind, and present, and you've been mocking me behind my back while pretending to love me. So no, I'm not going to try harder. I'm done trying for someone who doesn't even want to be here." She packed a bag and said she was going to stay with her sister to think. While she was gone, I moved out. I packed my things, left a note, and took the turtle. He's registered under my name and she never walks him anyway. I found a short-term rental near my studio and called a few friends to help me haul boxes. I didn't cry. I didn't rage. I just moved. Also, I cried and raged. Taylor came back 2 days later to an empty apartment. She texted me, "Wow, so you're just gone?" I replied, "You said you needed space. I gave it to you." She tried calling. I didn't answer. She sent a long message about how she didn't mean for it to go this far and that she just wanted to feel heard. I didn't reply. Then her friends started reaching out, the same ones who encouraged her to cheat, who called me beige, who laughed at me behind my back. Amanda DM'd me, "Hey, just wanted to say I always thought you were a really good guy. Hope you're doing okay. Hit me up if you're bored." Another, "I saw your latest travel reel. You're seriously living the dream." She didn't know what she had. "If you ever want company on one of those trips." And the boldest one, "So now that you're single, maybe it's time you upgraded to someone who actually appreciates you." I mean me, by the way, if that wasn't clear. I didn't respond at first. Then I replied to each one. "Get your goofy ass out of my DMs, with your fake attitude and ugly personality. Aren't you the same friend who told me her favorite childhood meal was boiled asparagus and fermented onion? Great advice. Company on my trips? I'd have to buy 2 plane tickets for your big ass. That's why your mom died, by the way." They kept replying, saying how they were sorry and apologetic, that they were different and would make me happy. I don't know if they're bored, opportunistic, or just trying to stir drama. But I do know this. I'm not letting them get away with this. I set my revenge in motion, and the best thing was that it wouldn't possibly be traced back to me. I invited each of them over to my place to clear the air and have drinks. Little did they know, I had a souvenir from my trip to Ruseville, a cup of madness. First, Amanda came over dressed up fancy, clearly trying to win me over. I poured her wine into the cup of madness, and all it took was 1 sip to have her drooling and incoherent. I paid for a taxi and threw her out. Then was Nicole. She managed to take 2 drinks from the cup of madness before she started screaming about taxing the rich. I called the police and they took her away. Brittany was especially entertaining. Just 1 sip from the cup of madness, and she started raving and talking about someone named Charlie and something hiding in the woods. I don't even know where the nearest forest is. We live in a fairly large city. Anyways, I opened the door and she left on her own. Finally, I invited Taylor over. She was especially shaken since her friends had all stopped responding, and she has no idea why. Cup of madness, Taylor. Cup of madness. I made her her favorite childhood meal, and then gave her the cup of madness. Now, this was tricky because she had seen it around, so I actually had to cover it with a sleeve. One of those you use to keep drinks cold. She managed to last 3 sips, but that's probably just because she had built up a resistance by living with me in the cup. She's not special. She's not me. I noticed it had finally taken a hold of her soul when her eyes rolled back and she started mumbling, "It come with egg wool, egg wool." I just let her outside and walked away. Not my problem anymore. Since moving out, I've reconnected with old friends, booked a solo trip to Norway, and started working on a personal documentary project I've been putting off for years. I started playing Roblox again. I feel like myself again. Not someone's emotional crutch, not someone's placeholder. Just me. No name, no past. Hey, do you guys remember when that family picked a rat over actual kids when they adopted Stuart Little?